Alright, I'm in Simi Valley. When most people think about Simi Valley, they think racist cops, of course. But Simi Valley is so much more than that. It's also the place of shamanistic murders, early 20th century cults, and an abandoned mine that I'm going to be hiking to right now called Coquina. What does Coquina mean? It is actually Spanish for cockles, but it's also the word for a type of limestone that's made up completely of fossils. So all this area over here used to be the bottom of the sea. All of the cockles, various seashells, sea fish, what's the word for it? Shellfish. There you go. So this whole area here in Simi Valley used to be a huge ocean. It used to be covered in water. And the shellfish, they all disintegrated down to the bottom, and it created a limestone and also calcium carbonate, which is what you take when you have an upset tummy. And here in this area, there was a very, very pure version of that was mined. But the mine was abandoned, but they left all this stuff out there. So we're going to go check it out right now. So we're starting off the trail at Las Llajas trailhead, which is actually a misspelling of the original name for this place, which is Las Llagas in Spanish. So they put a J instead of a G. And Las Llagas actually means, look at the snake! Okay, there's a big snake. But Las Llagas means the wounds, like the wounds of Jesus. So for those of you that want to come out here, this over here is the Llajas Trail. And then your turnoff is actually right here. This is what you take to go all the way up. I think this creepy tree trunk that's kind of bent over there is probably a good indicator. So before you hit the creepy trunk, you go up there. Boop. So this is a pretty cool remnant of local history. This whole area is called Marland, and says so on these posts because all of this land was owned by Howard Marr, M-A-R-R, and was bought in the 1920s from an oil company. So that's why it's called Marland. To this day, it's called Marland Open Space. So about 2 miles in, come across the first piece of abandoned machinery from the old mine. This was an above ground mine, so there was no deep digging. It was all just surface that they were scraping off, because you can actually see the limestone falling off the top of the mountain. So this is actually what I was talking about. You can actually see the small seashells in the Coquina. So I think this part is really cool over here because it really shows how all of this used to be part of a huge coral reef system that basically just fossilized. And if you look really closely, you can see evidence of the shells, like this bad boy right here. Oh shit, that still works. Oh fuck, there's a bunch of bees inside of it. So this is probably one of the coolest parts of the entire hike. This right here, which is the digger. This mine was operating between 1929 and 1935, and again, this was a strip mining operation. So basically, it was doing basically what it looks like right there, just stripping off all of the coquina to be able to get the calcium carbonate that was at the time recorded as being 98% pure. So it was super valuable back then. This is a super rare spot in the world. There's only a couple of places in the world that have this type of calcium carbonate. And so, but when the calcium ran out, they stopped operations and abandoned everything up here in the mountains. All right, very top of the mountain. The equipment is all down there, and over here, Simi Valley. Something that's really cool is that Simi Valley is actually a Chumash word. It comes from the Chumash word shimi, which means stringy clouds. I don't know if you can see back there, but there, those are some good examples of some shimi clouds right there. This is about the end, so this is about 3.5 miles from the starting point. So if ever you're looking for an adventure out here in Simi Valley or Simi Valley, check it out.